I used to believe love could survive anything. Fights, distance, misunderstandings. None of it mattered as long as the bond between us remained unshaken. For years, that's how it was with Emily. She was my safe place, the one I thought would always fight beside me, never against me. But one night, a single moment shattered the illusion. It started with small things. Emily's silences stretched longer than usual. Her laughter reserved for her phone instead of me. She spent more nights out with her friends, and returned home with a perfume I didn't recognize. My heart whispered doubts I didn't want to believe, but the signs gathered like storm clouds. Still, I told myself she was tired, stressed, or maybe just needed space. I gave it to her, thinking that's what a good husband should do. Then came the night she came home late, swaying with a smile that wasn't for me. She leaned into me, arms wrapping around my neck, her lips grazing mine with a hunger that felt wrong. Like I was a substitute, not her choice. For the first time in our marriage, I pulled back instead of leaning in. I saw the flicker of surprise in her eyes, then irritation, and finally, something that broke me. "Why are you acting like this?" she demanded, her voice sharp. "Don't make me feel guilty for wanting what you can't give." Her words cut deeper than any betrayal. In that instant, the truth wasn't hidden. It was screaming. She had already taken what she wanted elsewhere. And I was nothing but an option, a shadow of the man she used to love. I stood frozen, staring at her. Every memory of us crashing against the reality that the woman in front of me was no longer mine. "I've seen the way you look at him," I said finally, my voice quiet but firm. "And I know why you come home smelling like you've lived another life. Tell me, Emily, was he worth what you've destroyed?" She didn't deny it. She didn't cry or beg. She just looked at me with something cold, almost cruel. "At least he makes me feel alive. You've just been holding me back." I can't describe what that did to me. It wasn't just betrayal. It was erasure. As if everything I had given, every sacrifice, every sleepless night spent building a life for us, meant nothing. I thought anger would come, but instead, there was only silence. My silence. And in that silence, I realized something terrifying. She no longer had the power to hurt me more than she already had. That silence grew in the days that followed. I didn't argue, didn't plead, didn't even shout. I withdrew into myself, answering her questions with nods, avoiding her touch, sleeping on the edge of the bed. And my silence, it terrified her more than any outburst could have. She began reaching for me, trying to kiss me, trying to joke like old times. But every time she tried to hold me close, I pulled away. Not with anger, but with emptiness. "Talk to me," she finally begged one night, tears streaming down her face. "Hate me, yell at me, but don't just disappear like this. Please." But what was left to say? Words couldn't rebuild what her choices had burned to the ground. She wanted my anger because it meant I still cared. But my silence meant something far worse. It meant she had already lost me. On the morning I left, she stood in the doorway, her arms reaching for me once more. "Please, Daniel," she whispered, her voice trembling. "We can fix this. Don't give up on us." I looked at her one last time, at the woman I had loved more than anything, and I felt a dull ache, not of longing, but of mourning. She tried to hold me close, but I pulled back, because love doesn't survive lies. And as I walked out the door, her sobs echoed behind me. But her words, the ones she had spoken that night, "At least he makes me feel alive," still sliced through me with every step. They were the wound I carried, deeper than betrayal, deeper than loss. Because when love dies, it doesn't go quietly. It leaves scars where the heart once believed.